Good night, everyone. I know it's pretty late. Hopefully, you're having a good day wherever you are. Either if you're on your way to work for the night owls, those who grind at night, if you are just getting ready for bed but you want something to listen to, either because you're working on something late or you're just trying to get some stuff done. Welcome to episode 2 of Snapshot Live, where we talk about current events, what's going on, just get to chat a little bit of what's going on in the community here in California, in the area, as well as current events. So let's start off with first, unfortunately, we had a tragic loss January 2nd for those who are car fanatics or in the car scene. I know many photographers who love doing car photography, so this is for you guys as well as for me. It's super unfortunate. We had a loss, and many didn't see it coming. It was super unexpected, and kind of a little bit of a realization for those who sometimes forget that life's a bit fragile, and it's unfortunate. But the infamous, not infamous, but the very popular series Gymkhana, among others, controversial due to it not being called a sport, but say what it is, it was an amazing series. It was super awesome, something new, something fresh, something that we were lucky to have for free online for us to view and enjoy, all thanks to the creative mind, the legend himself, someone that did it for the love of the sport. And it's again super tragic and sad, and my prayers go out to his family, the Block family. And I'm sure if you know, it's Ken Block. And like I said, it's a sad moment for those in the car community, not only those who drive cars, but also those who are car fanatics, whether it's collectors, photographers who are in the car scene, or just people who admired what he made from his passion. Something that I feel like many knew and just saw him as a guy who drifted, but honestly, he was more than just that. He was someone who honestly revolutionized the car community, the car scene, and huge inspiration. And like I said, great guy. It was very tragic, unexpected. I don't think anyone would have ever saw it coming. I'm sure many say that he always had a dangerous living. His career basically oriented around dangerous stunts, but again, we never know. Life is so unexpected at times. Like I said, this is so unexpected. Again, my prayers to the Block family, and may those fans who were also affected or took this in a bad way, well, my prayers go to you guys, because I'm sure there were many who were very close to him, who worked with him, that they obviously had a huge loss, not only as a friend or someone to look up to, but obviously family members as well. But yeah, that being said, a moment of silence for Ken Block. And again, my prayers for him and his family, and rest in peace. On top of that, other sad news. I'm not trying to make this a sad start, but luckily, in this case, I'm happy to say that for those who don't know, we also had another unfortunate event, but luckily the trainer is okay. He was in also another snowmobile accident. Unfortunately, he was run over by a snow vehicle that he owned. There are details that basically say he tried towing out his own vehicle with his own snowmobile, and in doing so, there was something that basically happened with the snowmobile rolling after he successfully towed his vehicle out, and in doing so, trying to prevent the snowmobile from he entered the vehicle, the snowmobile, but they never saw him come out. and the snowmobile came to a stop, according to in front of his house to report the about of the vehicle, to which is when they realized he was run over. Luckily, Jeremy Renner was saved by some neighbors that brought out some towels to render aid to him, according to police reports. And luckily, according to current news and very resourceful news outlets, Jeremy Renner is okay. He seems to be giving updates of his health conditions and thanking fans for his support. And luckily, he's okay. So that's some good news right there. It's very unfortunate to hear he had an accident, but again, our prayers and best of wishes for Jeremy Renner's health, and hopefully him and his family get all the support they can, especially in such a tough time. And it's nothing easy for anybody to go through. And my props to the guy, because he definitely pushed through something that I don't believe many others would have made it out of. And for those who don't know who Jeremy Renner is, you might know him for his popular role in Hawkeye in the MCU, also Avengers movies or Marvel movies. He's also come out in many other popular shows and programs. Others such as The Bourne Legacy, Wind River, The Hurt Locker, and many more. So that's that. On the next topic I wanted to touch bases on, we're going to move on to some photographer news. And I really didn't hear about it until recently, and I feel like this is something that the news media doesn't really push out, and something I kind of wanted to talk about. This is something that happened Tuesday, November 15th, 2022, and it had to do with a photographer being attacked during a photo shoot, I believe for a bridal or for a wedding. Sorry, I do apologize for the pause here. Just trying to make sure, checking over my notes. But yeah, apparently a photographer was assaulted at the San Francisco Palace of Fine Arts, and he was assaulted in front of the groom and bride. Unfortunately, he was pistol whipped, according to police reports, and eyewitnesses say that it was two masked armed men who suddenly approached the photographer right in front of the bride and the groom. And from what I saw in the videos, they did it kind of very all of a sudden out of nowhere, out of the blue. For me, from my perspective, from what I saw, I understand what the husband did, which was basically, surrender, and he did attempt to help the photographer at times, but did back off once the masked robbers, faced their weapons towards the bride and the groom. So I totally understand, there was nothing he could do, nothing he could try to prevent at that point. And I do give him props for at least attempting to help, that being that he was unarmed. But for me, it's more upsetting that whoever was at the end of the video, again, I'm seeing it from two perspectives. That yes, it's good he took video because he was able to capture the moment, and that's also helpful for the police department and for there to be an investigation to hopefully find who the two robbers are. But then again, I do see the situation where this person who was taking video, he probably wasn't armed, and he probably would have been in the same boat as the groom. But I feel like if the two robbers are focused on the bride, the groom, and the photographer who they're trying to rob, and you can help in any way or form, again, without getting yourself hurt. Again, let me know what you think. What would you have done? Me personally, again, I feel like if you don't have a weapon, I get it, the hesitancy and standing up or trying to protect others. Again, people aren't made of steel. No one's a superhero. I'm not a superhero. But I do feel if you can, just the way they caught the photographer and the couple by surprise, I feel like if you have a way to catch them by surprise, if you have the means or the ability to find something to possibly attack them or help the photographer, or even if you can sneak up on them and try to grab the pistol from them or distract them. Because at the end of the day, you know, I get it, you're not trying to put yourself in the line of fire, but there's also ways to just help other than just stand there and record the video, if that makes any sense. Such as screaming, the police are coming, police are on the way, something just to get the police, you know, kind of like, in the sense, get the police kind of like on the mind of the robbers, like, hey, someone's coming, let's go. But again, like I said, I'm seeing it from 2 points of views. He did a good thing by recording the event, allowing the photographer to have, you know, proof of what the incident that happened. But like I said, I feel like nowadays people are more worried about catching the moment and recording and uploading to social media than rendering aid or helping others that are in need. So that's my perspective, and that's the event that happened that I feel like a lot of people aren't aware of, and unfortunately that's something that's been going on a lot in the Bay Area, especially with the amount of crime that's been going up. And that is the news for today. Just a little quick news flash. So now I want to jump into the topic of the new year. So with the new year, many of us have made resolutions, and I wish the best of you guys. Hopefully you guys accomplish all your goals. I hope you guys are able to focus, be driven, and hope you're determined on doing whatever you want, whatever it is you decide to do, and best of luck on your endeavors. I think 2023, depending on your perspective, might be a bit rough. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's going well, hopefully. Honestly, I think overall in general, I wish it goes well for everybody. And with that being said, today I want to talk about starting a business in the year 2023. I think it is a prime and perfect time for you to start a business. And here are the 3 reasons why. Starting off with reason 1, new year, new you, correct? I know many people want to start a new habit, whether it's going to the gym, eating healthy, cutting down addiction, or just overall bettering their health, whether it's through new routines, new habits, and just being better people overall, whether it's changing your outlook on life or changing your mood or your way of treating others, which honestly is great. But there are many people who also want to start a business, but I think they don't start with the game plan. And this is where I say make a plan. Just the way you make a plan on how to start dieting, how to start going to the gym Monday to Friday, just like the way you decide, hey, instead of being mad in the morning, I'll think of something good. That way I start my day on a bright note. I feel people should make a plan for your business. So whether it's photography or anything else, I feel like the current things that we'll touch on apply to many areas, many workforces, many things. And first, like I said, start your plan. And your plan should consist of these 4 key points. Plan 1, look around your area, see how high in demand that thing you want to start is. See if there is value brought to the community by you doing this. Also see how competitive it is in the area. This will allow you to, 1, make the decision if it's worth investing money and time into this project or business that you want to start. 2, know how much competition you have, and this will allow you to know if you have the upper hand by being one of the first, or it will let you know how much work you'll have to do and how much you have to put in order to meet what people expect or what qualifies you as a professional in the area according to what others provide already. Then, on top of that, you want to make sure to also do research on how much does someone make and how much does someone charge. These are key points for you to know if, again, this is worth your while, since you will be starting from scratch. And the thing is, you won't be charging. Unfortunately, you don't want to undercut the market, because, again, people do see that from both sides of the spectrum. Whether it's a client, they'll see that as, why you're charging so cheap, and you'll see that from other competitors as this guy is trying to undercut me and charge less, so they'll see you in a negative light, possibly trying to either outcompete you or talk bad about you negatively, possibly not even wanting to either collaborate or work with you or recommend you to clients if they don't have enough available bookings for them. So like I said, that's the first thing you want to do. Make sure to research in your area. Make sure to see the value, if it's worth your time, and just see if there's any money to be made, honestly. Because at the end of the day, it isn't if it will pay you back. And it's something simple, something honestly I feel like many people should do, and unfortunately many don't. And this will save you a huge amount of time from having to start one thing and not succeed at it and have to start another, and so on and so forth. So, key point number 2, make sure to be prepared. Many people start a business, but they are not prepared. They don't have the proper gear, they don't have the proper equipment, they don't have the proper training, and they don't have the proper knowledge on how to even run the business. So with that being said, whether you have to get a certificate, whether you have to get a license, whether you have to do some training or some job shadowing, I highly recommend that whatever you decide to go into, learn the craft. I repeat, learn the craft. It is highly important for you to be able to know what you're doing, know what's expected of you, as well as what you will have to do if you come across certain problems. Like I said, many people go into jobs and kind of try to do this learn on the fly type of style. That might work at a regular 9-to-5 job. Let's be honest, many of us lie on our resumes and we say we have knowledge and experience and stuff we don't. But that's not our fault. That's just because the system doesn't work. And I believe that if you're applying to a job, you're obviously applying there with the intent of learning new experiences and learning new skills in order to complete the job or do the job. Which is why to this day, I'm sure as many of you guys are baffled, because I'm baffled, that every time, such as McDonald's, I'll give an example, McDonald's, when they tell you to apply at their job and they say, do you have any experience? It's like, I don't think you need a degree or certificate or more than one day of training to know how to use a register. That's just me. But that being said, please, I highly advise for you, whatever you're going to go into, do some job shadowing. This will be super helpful. I know many people don't like to work for free, but don't see it that way. If you're working for free, you're actually not only helping yourself, your future self, but you're also helping your customers. Because at the end of the day, you are nothing without your customers. By you knowing what you need to do, how to run the show, and how to troubleshoot, you are providing your customers the quality of work that they deserve and that they hired you for, meaning you will be able to succeed at your job, making your job successful, making your business successful, and then from there you will grow, and again, your business will be successful. But make sure to do all those things. Make sure to job shadow, make sure to learn, whether it's taking a course, taking a class, or job shadowing. Again, if you have any questions, you can always Google it. If not, make sure to stay tuned for more episodes where I will go in more depth on these subjects. Today I'm just kind of doing a little bit of a synopsis or a summary, or call it your those cliff notes. Back in the day when you would take tests, you'd check out your cliff notes just to get the synopsis on a essay you were supposed to do, but you didn't do it. So last minute you're looking over how to summarize a whole book summary, a whole chapter into a whole paragraph. So again, this is just kind of a quick little quick run through the subject. So, point 3 is make sure that when starting your business, oh my goodness, I don't know why I can't say the word networking. Why? This is super important not only for you as a business owner, but for your customers. Here's why. It's like taking care of two birds with one stone. I don't want to say the word because apparently nowadays a lot of soft skin out there. So that being said, take care of two birds with one stone. By you networking, this will allow you to let people know what you do, what services you provide, and if they know anyone that needs your services. This is very helpful, especially because it's a win-win for you and a win-win for your customers, as well as those other vendors. Like I said, networking, this consists of talking to other vendors in the same work sector or workforce or niche that you're in, as well as talking to other vendors, whether they are people that could either enhance your service or help you package your service, whether that's making cakes, setting up decor, limousine drivers, so that's transportation, or cleanup crews, people that clean up after messes at parties. That's a thing. People legit don't want to clean their backyard, so they'll hire someone to go out and clean up everything and organize everything. If that's not included with your rentals that you already got for whether it's the chairs, tables, and etc. And that being said, there's people who want to rent chairs and tables. There's people who want to rent table covers, linens, all the above. There's people who want to rent dresses, tuxedos. There's everything. And if you know a vendor that provides such things, you not only help yourself, because now the vendor that you're communicating with and bringing him business, he will do the same. It's a little bit of scratch his back, they'll scratch your back. They will give you people to work with, and you'll give them people to work with. That's the thing about, having your own business. You can't have that scarce mentality. You can't have a me. In order for you to succeed, honestly, you have to work with others. The only thing I will say is if you are busy and you don't have time, be honest, communicate with the vendors that do want your help. Tell them, unfortunately, I've been a little bit busy. I'm sorry I couldn't help you at the time, but I'm more than happy to work with you this year, and I'll make sure to do the best on my behalf. Because at times I'm sure you get busy and I get busy. So just make sure to communicate with vendors, because some vendors might have more help, might have more people that are willing to help them out, and they are not as behind on stuff or as overwhelmed as you might be running your own business by yourself, especially when you're new. So like I said, communicate with vendors, talk to people, whether it's in your same type of work or whether it's people that can make your work experience that more beneficial to the customer. Now, I did mention that by you networking, it helps the customer, and this is why. Because the customer might know that you do such service. Again, I'm talking about photo and video because that's what I do. And I've had experiences where they ask me, hey, do you know of a person that might provide fill in the blank? To which I noticed that whenever I said no, they seemed a little bummed out. They were like, thanks for nothing. Not really. They didn't tell me like that, or they weren't rude, or didn't give me any, lip. But that's how I feel, honestly. And that's how I perceived it when a customer was asking for help, and I told them, I'm sorry, I cannot help. And I'm super sorry I couldn't render anything other than just saying, I don't know, but I could look into it for you. To which they would say, no, it's okay, we'll figure it out. So that's my personal experience, why I believe if you know some people in the area or in the same workforce, or that could provide some stuff for your customers, it is a big win for you and especially for them, because now they know that they could they already trust you. They already believe in you. They already say, hey, we're hiring you because we trust you. We see your work and we trust your work. We know it's good. So if you're recommending so and so, we know it's going to be good. We know you're giving us the best value. We know you have our best interest, because now we're not just taking your word for whatever service you're providing, but also for this other service you're recommending. So like I said, that is how your customer wins. And trust me, your customer will not forget that you hooked them up and helped them out and made their life easier, and they will highly recommend you to their friends, family, and anyone else who ever gets married, because they will say, hey, this person did not only do my photo and video or make my cake or fix my bathroom, but they did this as well, or helped me find this other service that I needed, and that was also not only helpful but a great recommendation on their behalf. And I always ask for them in the future, and if they can't help me, I ask for them, who do they recommend, because I trust them. That is key point number 3. Now, to finish it up, key point number 4. I believe that if you are starting a business and it's your first business and you're new at it, I highly recommend for you, and I know this is going to sound cliche, you might be like, what, that's the best one, best for last? And honestly, I have to say yes. I think start a website. Get a website, open up a website, and I highly recommend this because many people don't do it. I don't know why, especially in 2023 when honestly any business could be online. Not all of them, but for the most part, many. And I say this because I highly recommend a website for the following 2 reasons. 1, you don't own Instagram, you don't own Facebook, you don't own Snapchat, and you don't own YouTube. Those are their own separate entities, and those social media platforms, if they decide they don't want to promote your stuff, they don't want to have your stuff anymore, they can simply delete all of your work, all of your stuff, all of your photos, your account, etc. So that is why a website not only empowers you as a business owner, but as a creator of what you're providing to others, because you now can share your videos, your photos, your prices without anyone or anything stopping you, because a website that's yours is as it sounds. It is yours. Nobody else's. There's nobody in between, no middleman, no one that filters out your stuff. It's all you. If you want to have a website and post whatever you want on there, you're allowed to, because again, it is yours. And especially with nowadays everything being digitized and everything being on social media, it is a great way to show your work online in an area where it's all together. That way people don't have to be clicking on different links, going different places to see where your work is at when your work's all over the place. This is not only cleaner but more professional, and a great way to have an online portfolio for your work, as well as having an online workplace or shop for your business, allowing customers to find everything they need to know about the business, everything they need to know about what you provide, and everything they need to know about what is it that you do, and any questions that they might have, whether it's about your work or in how they can contact you. So that is why step 1 on having your website is so important. Step 2, which I think many people don't really acknowledge, especially because, I don't know, people don't think it's easy to make a website, but this portion of the video is not sponsored by any of the following websites that I will name. But you don't have to be a coder, you don't have to know how to work a computer, and you don't need to know how to make a website. That's because there are many platforms such as GoDaddy.com or Squarespace.com or Wix.com that you're able to go on there and use their beautiful templates to make beautiful websites. And again, not sponsored by any of these, but those are some options that I'm aware of where you could go online and create your own business website. So, that being said, it is super important for you to be aware of that you don't need to know how to build a website. There are online platforms where you can create an account, pay a fee, whether it's a monthly fee or a yearly fee or whatever the case may be, to have a website that you can direct your clients to or your customers to, where they can get not only useful information about you, useful information about the business and the services you provide, but also a great way to list your pricing, list your online digital products for your customers to have easy access to. And not only does this help you, because now if they have any questions, they don't have to talk to you, they don't have to call you, but if they do need clarification, then they can do that. But for the most part, they're able to talk to you on your website about anything or any questions they have. That being said, that is a crucial key point and a top priority I think people starting businesses in 2023 should take. So again, hopefully these 4 website, business, etc. ideas help you out a lot, and I wish you the best of luck in the year 2023. So let's jump to the end of our segment with a little bit of news of current events. Currently right now, going northbound on Highway 99 in California, there is no current accidents all the way from Merced, California to Modesto, California. It seems like northbound Highway 99 is good. There is no current traffic. Now, same thing from Stockton coming southbound to Modesto, California. There seems to be no traffic. It looks like there's no accidents, no congestions, no flooding, no rain. So we seem to have a very good and less hectic night to night here on the highway, on the freeway California 99. So that is good for all you guys who are commuting to work or on the highway or on the road. Again, like I said, all of the highway on 99 in California at the moment northbound is clear from Central Valley to Stockton, Sacramento, and same going southbound on Highway 99. So it looks like there's no flooding, there's no car accidents at the time of this recording. So hopefully you guys drive safe, take care, be super alert, super aware. I hope for those who are driving, make sure to, if you're falling asleep, take a little quick break, pull over, rest. And if you're close to home, it's better to be late than never. So again, pull over, be safe, not only for yourself, but for others. Be courteous to those who are also on the road. And let's be smart and do the right thing. So, the weather here in California, in the Modesto area, is currently at 47 degrees. In Livermore, 47 degrees. Santa Clara, 48 degrees. Lake Tahoe, currently a bit breezy and really cold, with severe weather warnings at 30 degrees. And Santa Clara, sorry I forgot to mention this, has flood warnings as well as another warning, hydrologic outlook, which never heard of, but it basically means the severity of additional storms in the area, and it's in relation to rain showers and other possible severe storms that might be happening due to the north weather in the Bay Area, such as San Jose. And for them, this is 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, possibly 2 to 4. So that's the other warning. So be safe out there. You guys have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. This was a live episode of Snapshot, and we will see you tune in for the morning episode. Still trying to figure out the times with this, so thank you for anyone who listens to this, whether it's on your drive home or your drive to work, or you're just ready to call it a night after putting some extra work in. So again, we'll get back to you on the times for this show, but at the moment right now, this is not the current time that the show will be airing every night, nor do I have the time for what time we'll be airing this program every morning. So please stay tuned, have your internet browser, your YouTube app, any other ways that you listen to or watch YouTube. Be ready for the next showing, which will be this morning. So if you feel like tuning in, see you next time. Have a good night, everyone. Take care, and thank you for tuning in. This is Mario Ramirez, and this episode of Snapshot was brought to you live by Mario Media. Have a good night, take it easy, and take care.